I'm here to show you how you can make effective use of the Bibleshow software with your broadcast softwares. Though I've already been using it for more than 2 years now. So that is why I'm making this tutorial today, so that you can understand how to use this Bibleshow software. Let's go to our browser. You can just type the Bibleshow. Now make sure you download it from the Bibleshow.net because it's an open source software. So you click on the Bibleshow Holy Scripture Presentation Software. You will now get this interface. This is the first welcome page. So after opening the Bibleshow page, you will see this environment whereby you can download. This is just a default layout that comes with it, but it's under a picture flicker. So you click on the Bibleshow to download it. Then after downloading the Bibleshow, I've already downloaded mine. You click on many Bible modules and predefined theme. So you can just click on the many other Bible modules and predefined theme. Then you see the themes here. These are the Bible modules, different versions. You can download maybe that you have a specific version that maybe your minister like using, or your denomination. You can download them from here. Then you come to the theme also. Once you select any theme, you click on download, then click here. You can click on theme 2, download. So I've already gotten a comprehensive pack of mine downloaded and zipped, so that's what I'm going to use this morning. Let's quickly go there. So I've already downloaded my pack and zipped it, so I'm going to extract it. So I open and I install, because once you download, you have different scriptures like this with the setup and collections of a theme. I'm going to install the Bibleshow application first. So I'll untick this and finish. Then I start installing each module, each Bible version, one after the other. So that's how I installed all of them. So after that, I'll go back to my Bibleshow setup in my desktop. That is the icon, Bibleshow 5. This is just an HTML preview page that open. You close this and you see the main page. So this is the default preview of the application after your first installation. It's now left for you to either leave it like this or rearrange it. For me, I rearrange my application window, so let's do the arrangement. I don't use my autoplay. I remove my autoplay first. Then my program. I'll remove my program. My reference. I remove my reference. What I just need, I need my option for setup, my browser for the scripture. You can see all the versions I've installed and the books available. Then I need my search, I need my history and my control with my monitor. I drag this to this other side, the history up to this side. Then my option, I'll extend it to this side a bit, bring in my control down. I reduce the setup, I drag it down. Don't make it go below your Windows ribbon. Then I drag this search, I reduce the search window. Okay, so okay, like this. Then the history, I extend the history down. My monitor, I'll make my monitor, place it at the top, just up to this level. Yes, I want my monitor to be like this. Then my browser, why I'm arranging my window like this is that I want to still be seeing the preview of my streaming or broadcasting software. So after that, I can bring down this option, because this is just meant for the setup only. I can take it off anytime once I'm done with setup. So after arranging your window like this, one thing with Bibleshow, you need to close it and reopen it again, because if you did not do it like that, it might just have some kind of disrupted interface. So it will just go back to the default or some scattered interface. So I close it and open it again before I start my configuration. Before I go further, I will just first open a scripture. Let me use the Amplified Classic. You can see the preview, and you can see a preview window here. Click at the corner. It's just because that it's not configured. That is why it's showing like this. So I need to select a theme. I need to select a theme. I think this theme is okay, but I'll customize it to my own taste. Let me take this theme. I click on configure. You can see the edge of that display one that is coming at this side now is showing at the preview monitor. That is display one. Display one, I'm not going to use display one as display window. I'm going to use it as data files. I'll take off that display. So display one is data files. Remember, I'm under my configure my display. So display one is data file. Display two is Bible. Same Bible version as display one. Yes. So I can use my display two as any other display, maybe display window, or I use it as my NDI output. But for me, I'm going to use it as my NDI output because it will have a different configuration. So then I just need to click on my NDI output. You accept private network, allow. Now you can see that the theme of the display 2 is different from the one of the display 1. So click on your display window, check the theme first. Check the theme. Which theme? Let me remove the data files. Let me check the theme. Okay, Bible opened 08. Bible opened 08. I come to my configure, take it back to data files, remove this display window, come to display 2, remove this display window also, just leave it to be NDI, then scroll down quick and change it. Bible opened 08. Yeah, this Bible Open 08, and you can preview. Now this is your NDI output for now, but we have not configured it. We go back to display 1. The appearance for display 1 is under horizontal resolution, vertical that is 1280, and vertical resolution 720. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to come down to my aspect before I go more further, before I go and configure my NDI output, which is display 2. I come to my aspect. It's a merge reference with verse text. You leave it, append Bible version acronyms. You tick it. Then split long verse. You tick, because most of all these verse that are long, we just need to break it. Now when you watch, I'm using a Genesis 26:28. You see, I break it. Now it's just having three lines here, so I can move it down. Are you seeing it? 3 lines, move it down 3 lines, so that it can be visible when you are using a lower third, because that's what I will use in my NDI configuration. So I leave it like this. Then emphasize the word of Christ. Okay, click on your transition. Now this transition is your, when you are going in between verse, your transition here. Now the default transition is stretch, but what I'm going to change it to, I'm using fade. I use fade for all. Fade, and then fade. For my duration, I take it to 0.15 for starting, then advance 0.15 also, then ending you use 0.50 for ending. We are through with the transition. Come over to copyright. For the copyright, I don't want this copyright to be coming up after I take off my verse, so I just need to remove the duration, and the rest configurations are disabled. That's for my copyright. Then the background, I click here. The background, this is the background that is used in this theme. When you click on browse, you will see where all the backgrounds are. For me, I have my own background. I'm going to bring in my own background from my picture. From my picture, lower third. Okay, lower third 2. I can copy. Lower third 2, and I paste it here. So this is the preview of my background. I go back again. This is the preview of my lower third I designed in Photoshop for my scripture, and I also use it in my lyrics also, but just with a different a small change. I click on open. This is my background now. I can use video, but why I'm not using video is because of processes and delay. So I don't want my transition of scripture to lag behind because it's trying to process a video. But maybe if I have a little video animation on scripture, maybe some other time I will just check it out and do some test run to know how it will work. Now you can also send an NDI input display. It can be coming from your camera, so that is another settings too. But for me, I'm just using this picture to make it light. We have the border. The border is this curved edge, this blue line there. So that is this color. I'm going to remove the border, remove the thickness, then the curvature. You see the curvature now is what's affecting the edge. I remove the curvature to make it straight. Okay. With this, I will reduce the brightness. Yeah, I reduce the brightness so that my text can be visible. So these are other settings. You can blur your background. You can add a little transparency. For me, I will add a little transparency. So just a little transparency so that I can see behind my scripture. That is for the background. Then the layout. This is the layout. The layout of the verse and the layout of the reference. So I can increase the proportion of the reference. Then the margin, I bring it in like this so that my text will not go and hide behind some displays, because there's a way you set your display now and project it on screen. It will go inside your projector or your TV. It depends on the default display of your TV. So after this first sections of settings, I come to theme. Remember, I'm not using this theme again because I've customized it. I'm going to save as and have this as or let me just call this theme and save. So that is my first section. Now I've saved that. The next aspect is configuring my text. This is my text, but I would like to just let me start from my text. My verse, I'm using Arial black, style normal, stretch normal. Let me try condensed. No, normal. Size, increase it to maximum size. The weight, decoration, that is font for the word of Christ. No, instead of the underline, weight. Let me check and see. The word of Christ, weight black. Okay, word of Christ on the line. Okay, let me just leave it on the line. Then alignment, center. If I try justify, so I use my center alignment. Then vertical alignment, I'm taking it to the top. Yeah. Then outline, I'll leave my outline, but well, okay, let me leave my outline for now. Shadow, I'm removing my shadows. So glue, I'm not using any glue. I've set up my text. Then my reference, I'm going to use yellow for my reference. Yellow for my reference. Size, let me reduce the size. Horizontal right, vertical middle. Let me drop it to be bottom. Outline thickness, I take off the outline. I don't need the outline. Oh, okay. Let me add a little outline and I change it to black. Let me take it to black. Black. Shadow, I don't need my shadow. I take off my shadow. Okay, that's for the reference. I come to my theme again. I save as and I save. Yes, so that's my existing theme I just configured. So configure, I come to my display. In display 2, I'm going to choose that's my theme and I'll preview it. So this is how it appears now. It's now ready in my NDI output. Let me configure my NDI output. I'm using same Bible version as display 1. Then my appearance, I'm using 1920 by 400, 1920 by 400 for my lower third. That's what I used. So I come to theme again, I save as, I save. Come to my configure, display 2, I preview. I use 1920 by 400. Let me try 1920 by 500. Okay, 400 is okay. Or 450. 400 is okay. My text, so my margin, my text for the verse is Arial Black. Let me check for any other fonts that I think is somehow bold enough. Babylon 5 is not okay. No, that's horrible. No. Okay. Well, let me just leave it at area. Okay, boogie. Well, boogie is big. Because I need something bold. Okay, this big, but it's not culture. Font or font is big. Let me preview it to my team, my display. Okay, it's not up there yet. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to save as. Let me save as theme 2. So configure display 2. Let me change this to theme 2, and let me preview. Okay, somehow big. I come back to my theme. Okay, to my text. Equestrian it's not okay. Timeline, it's not okay. Okay, let me test airline. Weight 10. Style normal, then reference. Let me save as and see how it look like. So still on my configuration, let me come to my aspect and increase the this long verse. Okay, let me take about close to half, and let me save it. I check my preview. Okay, so we can use this. Let me still work on the text. For the verse. The outline, I reduce the outline. And I change the outline to black. Increase it a bit. So I can come to my theme, save as. Yeah, so I check my display 2, which is my NDI preview. We have something like this. So for now, we are okay with this. I have my Bion Team 1 and my Bion Team 2. That's just the basic setup. You can come back and remove your option. Let's check whether our NDI will come out in our software. Can put it at this corner, but make sure you guide against allowing it go up and go down, just to avoid some obstruction. I'm using vMix. I can just test by bringing in my input, my NDI. I can see Bibleshow there. Click on Bibleshow and it appears. I can customize it and just bring it the position. Take my pan Y down. Let me bring in the video. Let me bring in another video, a more realistic video. So this is a video. For me to overlay description on this video, I just need to click. I turned on the overlay 1, but for a normal setup, I would advise you to use overlay 4, because the logo and other overlays can come in 1, 2, 3. So use overlay 4 and click on your video. You see it now. You can see the transparent effect of the background as I programmed it there. I think that the overlay effect is too much. I'm going to reduce it. So I come and open my option, configure background. That's the transparency effect. I reduce it, come to theme, save as. I save. You can see now that it's now reduced the transparency of the background. So anytime I change my verse here, you see it's changed. So then I can still see some under the configuration. The transition is not yet okay because I fade. Okay, maybe I'll restart it. Save as. Okay, so I close my Bibleshow and I open again. Let me loop this video to continue playing. So my Bibleshow is up. I remove this option, then I go to okay, it's better off now. So that is how I set my Bibleshow and my vMix together. I hope you enjoyed this short tutorial. I want you to subscribe to this channel and click the like button and open up the notification bell also, because you'll still be expecting more tutorials like this. You can still make your requests down in the comments below. Thank you all. God bless. Have a blessed day.